peeps, it's Anna here from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we're going to be answering a grade 8 natural sciences question on planet Earth and beyond, taken from the Herzia Middle School November 2015 exam paper. So let's dive straight in. So the first question reads, place the following order from biggest to smallest, and the options given are asteroids, Jupiter, solar system, Sun, and Earth. So the biggest thing amongst these 5 given is the solar system first of all. Then the next biggest thing is the Sun. After that comes Jupiter. It's the largest planet in our solar system. Next comes Earth, and finally asteroids. Asteroids are smaller than planets, so that's one way you can try and remember that. Okay, 1.2. Name the 8 planets in order of the furthest from the Sun to the closest. Okay, so when we think of the order of the planets of the Sun, what usually comes to mind is the order from closest to the Sun, closest from the Sun to the furthest. Okay, and this is an easy mnemonic that you can use to remember. My very earnest mother just served us noodle, and the first M is for Mercury. Another way you can try and remember is that Mars and Mother, to help you remember the position of Mars, then that will help you remember that the first M is for Mercury. Okay, but remember that the question is asking us for the order furthest from the Sun to the closest. So we need to do is just reverse this or flip it over, and this gives us therefore Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Earth, Venus, and Mercury. It's a little trickier going the other way around, but it helps if you put it the right way first and then you flip it over to get your final answer. Okay, and you can always think of a mnemonic for this that will help you to remember. 1.3 asks, write a short paragraph to explain why the Earth is ideal for life to exist. Now, a few keywords to remember when you're thinking of what to write in your paragraph. First of all is the temperature. The temperature of the Sun is ideal to support life of plant and animal life, or flora and fauna, and everything in between. Also that there is abundance of water on Earth, and we know that all living things need water to survive. The mix of atmospheric gases that is on Earth is another key thing, because we've got oxygen, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen in just the right mixes, and the way that the relationship with these atmospheric gases and other living things work. For example, that plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen, while animals take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Okay, and also remember that the light and solar radiation or energy provided by the Sun, the perfect ratio that it is given, also helps to make Earth ideal for life to exist. So remember these keywords when you are compiling the paragraph in the words that you like to use. That's temperature, water, atmospheric gases, light and solar radiation, or energy. Make sure to use those keywords and you will get your lovely free marks. Okay, let's move on to the second half of this question. 1.4 asks us to study the picture below. This is a picture of the planets, or rather of our solar system. 1.4.1 asks, what is the name of the group of the first 4 planets? So the first 4 planets are called terrestrial or rocky or inner planets. Any one of those 3 terms are acceptable. And these are the 4 planets that are closest to the Sun. Okay, inner will help you to remember that from the Sun, the closest ones to the Sun, that's why they're called the inner planet, and therefore the last 4 planets would be called the outer planets, or gaseous or Jovian. Also, any one of these 3 terms again is acceptable. Okay, 1.4.3 suggest a reason why all the objects in the solar system revolve around the Sun. Now this has to do with the gravitational pull of the Sun. So it is because of the force of the sun's gravitational pull that makes all the planets revolve around the sun, and this is balanced by the forward moving motion of the planets. It balances, and then therefore the planets all revolve around the sun. So the key term is the force of the sun's gravitational pull. Alright, and lastly, name the galaxy in which the solar system is situated, first of all, and then secondly, state what shape of galaxy it is. So the galaxy in which in our solar system resides is called the Milky Way, and this is a spiral shape, and it looks something like that. And just for your information, the Milky Way is thought to have over 200 billion stars in it. And that's what all this shiny, glittery looking wonderful thing is. Okay, so that's that for this question on planet Earth and beyond. But before I go, I'd like to say thank you to our epic sponsor for making this video possible. Please read about them in the description given. Also, be sure to head over to our website for more of these epic tutorial videos. And remember, if you can't find the answer to your question, you can send us your question and we will respond with a personalized video just for you. Now, until the next time, stay epic.